It's your resident cheapskates, Silverman and Sanchez, here to explain to you how to have a good time without spending any coin. Why? Because who likes paying money for games?
I don't.
I know I don't either. What games get you excited for the free 99?
Well, I like to look up free games on the internet because there's lots of flash game sites. You can play at Congregate or Armor. There's a million of these different sites. I found a cool game recently called Button X20. It might be Button times 20. I don't know.
Button times 20.
Times 20 makes us sound smarter when we say button times 20. Yeah. And that's all this is, really. You go through these puzzle platforming levels, and there's a button at the bottom of the screen.
There's 20 of them.
You step on the button, there's a laser at the top guarding a key, the laser disappears and you go get the key. At least that's what it seems like, but each level gets harder and harder, and there's like a puzzle you gotta solve to figure out why maybe the button doesn't work, or why the laser isn't shutting off, or you have to go into a different level all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting, very, very fun, although very, very short free-to-play game. Button X20, Button times 20, whatever you want to call it a lot of fun, and call it very free, and you can find it pretty much anywhere on the internet.
Whoa, 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 take it easy, my friend.
Okay.
See what I did there? Because I'm talking about this free game I found on the iOS called Take It Easy.
Really exciting.
You turned me onto this game. It's like this crazy puzzle game that involves these pipes that you have to team up, and you get these pipes that have individual like slices. One's going up and down, one's going to left and right, and you have to figure out how to match them again, this little hexagonal shape, and so where they're all connecting, and you get the most points out of that. And that gets challenging, man. At first I was like, this is gonna be easy. I got this blue line straight down the middle. Damn, what about these yellows? Not grays, pinks.
I know.
So trying to make it to where they all kind of match, it's a tough game, man.
There's math in it too.
Yeah, mathematics.
So you got puzzle gaming and you got math, because you got to make sure that you score a certain number of points per level. So do you put up all the 9s together to score big, but then are you screwing yourself out of the 4s? How do you get the 5s to link up? And then there's different kinds of modes in this game too. So you don't just have the basic puzzles where you're trying to kind of get a score. They also have ones where they have certain spaces are locked. You have certain kind of wild card spaces. Well, Take It Easy, very cool because they don't really nudge you very much as a free-to-play game. However, there's a game we're going to talk about, and I think this might be one of the greatest free-to-play games of all time, but it definitely nudges you.
Oh, yes.
It's Candy Crush Saga, and I know this is one of your favorite games ever.
Right? I mean, I found out about this game in like the beginning of the year, and somebody was like, oh, it's just like Bejeweled, right? You just put the things together and you collect. No, my friends, this is far beyond what Bejeweled has to offer. Bejeweled is just a simple match 3 game. This is a simple match 3 game that involves objectives where there might be jellies on the screen, and you have to clear all the jellies out, or there's little random fruits throughout the level that you have to get the fruit all the way down to the maze at the bottom. I'm on like level 305. I think I'm at the very last level so far because I put a little time and effort into this game.
And you've nudged a lot of your friends, because this is the diabolical thing about the game is you play for about 30 levels and you're not having to pay, you don't have to do anything.
No, that's great.
And then all of a sudden the game says, hey, you want to keep going? You got to get 3 of your friends to send you these little passes that let you get through the next level. Tickets.
You gotta get the tickets,
You gotta get your tickets.
You gotta get the ticks.
And you gotta bug people. And this is the only thing I hate about it, is I hate bugging my friends. Now, the only good thing about Candy Crush Saga is all of my friends are playing this.
Yeah.
So I just, I didn't have to nudge anybody. I just said like, hey, you're playing the game. Just give me the ticket. And they're like, oh yeah, the ticket thing. We'll give you some tickets.
Tasty.
Even right off the bat, there's some items you can buy in the game. It's like, oh, this is a paintbrush. It costs like $35 in the game. And I'm like, who the hell's gonna spend $35 to get a stupid paintbrush in a game? But then, like, as you progress further on, I didn't know. I did not buy the paintbrush, no. But it's like you get to choke points in this game where it's like you only needed one more move. And they're like, hey, would you like to buy 5 extra moves for $1? And that's where it gets you. Because it's got me about 10, 15, 20 times. And like, I'm like,
So not such a free-to-play game.
not such a free-to-play game for me, but still just as fun.
So there you have it. 3 very, very fun, very, very free puzzle games. I had a good time with all of them.
You don't have to spend any money and you just get all value. That's like all profit.
That's like my favorite thing these days.
I don't want to pay for games anymore.